Hey, it's Eli from Iconoclast Germain. Your place to challenge your bullshit beliefs. Last week or so, maybe a week and a half or so ago, I made 3 videos. Two about enlightenment and one about SBA loans. I had to pull them down and delete them because I was playing some music in the background, just jamming out, hanging out with you, um, talking my shit, speaking my truth, and I didn't realize that the music in the background, was like that YouTube would say, "Hey, that's copyrighted shit." At first, it struck me. I'm like, man, I mean, that's my original shit. I was just playing some music, jamming out. Uh, I took the videos down real quickly because I don't want to infringe on anybody's copyrights, period. I just don't. I don't have to. I don't want to. And that's just the way that I want to be. Um, and so I thought that I would sort of remake those videos in my spare time. It's late right now. It's a little bit after midnight. It's been a long fucking day. And I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and remake the one called "You Don't Need an SBA Loan." You don't need an SBA loan to start a business, to start a small business. As a matter of fact, until your business is liquid, the SBA will probably not fuck with you anyway. You don't need much of anything except for a business license, which, in my area where I'm living at is like 30 to 50 bucks for a regular business license. If you want something that is limited liability company, where I'm at, it's like, which is in Kentucky, it's like 110 to 150 bucks or something. But that is basically all that you need to start a business. To sell just about anything but like hot cooked food. I mean, things that the Board of Health would have to check you out for. Everything else, I mean, you're pretty much been in it. In some construction fields, I mean, you want to get bonded, sort of insured and bonded. But those things take care of themselves. I had a friend, he's like, well, Eli, I don't have a truck. I don't have a circular saw. I don't have anything. And I told him, well, just call the people that you know, call people that might want your help or your work, and give them paid, guaranteed estimates, which means if I go out and estimate something, I guarantee that the price of lumber is going to be there according to the marketplace price of that lumber, those nails, that wood, those shingles, that siding in my area. And you could do that for like insurance purposes. You can guarantee a paid estimate and put in the labor cost and all that, and charge people for the guarantee that this is pretty much how much it's going to cost. And you cut it down to the lowest price if you'd like. Something that would be regular, like if you had to hire a crew and pay a crew, which most of us have to do if you're in construction. I mean, my dad was a carpenter, and I worked in construction for a long time. But if you have to hire labor, you want to put that cost in there, by the hour, how many hours it's going to take, and then how much lumber it's going to take. You want to map that out. I mean, 2x12s, 2x10s, 2x4s, and the material based upon the different lumber companies around your area. Now, if you go and you estimate that to actually do the job, which I told my friend to do, you want to tack on in that guarantee, because it is a guaranteed price. You want to tack on the price of like a good used truck, a circular saw, and the price of equipment. You're not being shady if you just tell those people, this is what I guarantee my work for, and you actually deliver upon what you say. If I put the price of a truck, which might be what, $1,500 or something like that, it might be cheaper, right? And I put like the price of my tools down there, and the price of how much it's going to cost labor over a period of, if it's going to take a week to 2 weeks to 3 weeks to do the job. And then I put down all the price of all the lumber down there. I've actually taken care of getting my startup cost right off the bat. I can put on anything, tack on anything, as long as I'm being honest about it. And if they accept the estimate, right, that they pay me for insurance purposes. Let's say that, a flood or something fucked their shit up, or a tornado. There's a lot of tornadoes in my area. And you give them a guaranteed estimate to give to their insurance company, because you know what you're doing. I mean, if you're in construction, you better know what you're doing, or you don't need to be in it anyway. But you give them the guarantee that they can give to their insurance company, and you want to price a little bit high anyway, because you want a little bit of leeway for the homeowners to be able to fix that place back to where it was. And you guarantee that to the insurance company, and it gives them something to work with in order to get their place fixed back up. And then you can either, you tack on maybe a couple of $100 or $400 or $500 for the guarantee of, this is how much it will cost to get this fixed in a decent manner by either the average or the quality artisan or construction worker or carpenter. And you put your name to it, you guarantee that shit, and they can take that to the insurance company. A lot of people need that in order to get their shit fixed up. Or they might need a guaranteed estimate if they want to get a loan, a home improvement loan, or a business improvement loan, or something like that, to get something else fixed up. But you in order to guarantee that and really put in the work, the paperwork, because this shit takes thought. You're going to sit down and you're actually going to write this shit out in a proposal form. I mean, you don't want to be a lazy slob ass motherfucker. You want to be professional and itemize that shit with the labor. Then you can charge for the price of the estimate for them to give to the bank, to the insurance company. Likewise, most times these days, you don't need an office. You don't need a vehicle. Fuck, I mean, if you have a public library and a cell phone and a white pages, all you need is a business license, and you are in business if you are self-motivated to go out and self-promote what you're doing, what you're selling. It could be, I don't know, it could be gardening work. It could be craft items. It could be party planning. It could be event planning. It could be damn near anything. You don't need an SBA loan. The SBA does not like to fuck with a lot of people anyway until you're liquid, which means you're up and running and you're sort of in the black. And you have collateral to put in for a loan in case shit hits the fan. They don't want to fuck with that until you're up and running. So There are other options. I mean, you go into like venture capital, angel investing. I've never used much of any of that because if I know what I want to commit to and what my business is, most of the time I just need a business license, I need a telephone, and I need to start making contacts and reaching out to people that are going to need or want my services. And either they're going to want it or they're not. And I'm just going to keep reaching out until my business starts to grow. And then when my business starts to grow, I start investing in business insurance. I start investing in my business with the profits that are coming through the business to put in its own investments in something, just like it's a separate entity, and it will invest in, I don't know, real estate, municipal bonds, something safe. I will replace myself, with a chief operating officer, a chief marketing officer, and a chief financial officer so that I can step out of the business so that it will run without me. Then I have a business instead of a created job with a business license that I can make liquid and sell. When I get ready to sell it, it's completely sellable because the business itself is going to own like stocks, bonds, maybe real estate, like I said, municipal bonds, things like that. But the way that we're all taught is that, like, you have to have a 5 or 10 year business plan, and it has to be itemized to beat hell, and you have to have an office with so many phones and so many employees, and you have to do all this good bullshit. That's not the truth, especially in today's economy. You don't want to run a business like that because that business model is not working today in the long term. In the long term, what is working is a business that is scalable, that you can step out of, and that you have associates rather than like employees who work in a performance base or under contract instead of like HR based where they take out taxes and you do FICA and all that shit. Uh, that way, you have something that's highly liquid and highly mobile. You can run something like that out of your car. If you're at the library and the library's got Wi-Fi, or McDonald's, I know got Wi-Fi. You can run meetings off of Facebook or live.me, or there's some other things like that in order to do your like weekly or monthly meetings for your business and keep things running and not be in the business, work on the business. And then you promote the business and step away from it and give yourself some fucking freedom so that you can take the kids out or take the wife out or go on those vacations or go traveling or commit to some of those hobbies or work on those charities, the things that you really want to do, which is what your business was supposed to do for you to begin with. The exceptions to this rule are like, with some people like me, I enjoy what I do, so I like being in my business. Um, Tyler from RSD, he talks about he likes doing his boot camps. He likes dealing with his students, and so he doesn't work so much on his business, but he works in it because he just enjoys giving his seminars and giving his boot camps, and I can completely understand that. The personal contact with people, helping those people, can be really enjoyable, and just connecting while you're alive to other human beings and maybe making new friends or just um, watching when the lights come on when somebody's life changes. Whenever they first start to get it, and they're like, ah, and it just turns you on because the lights come on. You see those lights come on, and you're like, yeah, that's what it's all about for me. But eventually, what I will probably do is even walk away from this business, put out a list of products, maybe um, some courses like in business or in shadow work, which is dealing with your shadow self or the unaccepted self, which we all have work to do. I don't think that you're ever done with shadow work, but a lot of people need to do more of the work, some of the self-development stuff, and just help people and put it out in products that are relatively cheap, economical, and efficient to get to the end user and actually change lives. So, what do you think? Put some comments below. I don't think that you need a loan, though. I really don't. What do you think? Put what you think down in the comments below. If you need my help, text me at 1-270-943-7691 in the United States. And if I can help you for free, baby, I will. If it happens to be something that I do for pay, or if I'm busy, I'll let you know. You know, I'm not expensive, and if I can't help you, I'll put you in the right direction to get that help anyway. Because in the end, it's what you leave behind. And this is my legacy. This is the reason why I'm doing this, is to help people and to leave something better than the way that I found it when I was born here and raised here. Anyway, think about it, babies. Start your own business. Get started. Start doing your own thing. Start living that lifestyle. Because you can do it. Get over the fear and just start doing it. Do. You got to make those mistakes. You have to make those mistakes, babies. It's not a failure. It's only a failure if you just fail to try or if you just give up. So you just get right back up, learn from, instead of looking at things as failures, look at those mistakes as feedback and say, well, what can I learn from this? How can I switch it up just a little and make it a little bit better next time? You can do it. I got faith in you. If you need me, 1-270-943-7691. That's 1-270-943-7691. You can email me at the.elijah.smith@gmail.com. That's THE period ELIJAH period SMITH@gmail.com. If you ain't got the balls to text me. The reason why I take text first is because I can't always talk on the phone. I'm really busy. So I have to make you an appointment to actually talk with me, or we can text back and forth until I get a chance to actually talk with you. But I can help you through text. I can help you over the phone. It's up to you. Where do you want your life to go? I mean, it's your life. We're all going to be dead soon, babies. Let's do something great together. Later, my ninjas.